Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you want to create this look, keep on watching. This is my very simple, natural, wanting to feel a soft girl type of era, easy for lazy eyes. Continue on watching. First up, I'm going in my Kosas foundation in shade very light neutral 110. I just use a pump and put it over my hands. Then the thing I've recently changed in my routine, I used to use my beauty blender, but I'm not a fan of that. But what I have fell in love with is this Morphe brush. I'll have to find the name. M101, and it has a smaller end and a bigger end. The first thing I like to go in with is my color corrector. So I'm just going to quickly put that on, even though I completely forgot, but it's okay. Never say it's too late. Next up is concealer. I'm in shade 01N, and I just like to do a corner piece and up and the sides of the nose. One thing I will like to say is makeup is about having fun and expressing who you are. There's no right or wrong way. Just do what you love to do. And this is coming from a girl who is now doing natural makeup. You'll also see people say don't put foundation, don't put concealer on your eye. I'm going to put it on my eye because I don't want to buy another product to put on my eye to put on eyeshadow. Now that I'm looking like a complete ghost, I'm going to go in with my Kosas powder in shade Breezy. Now I do go in with my powder puff, but first I use a brush, and I have found this has changed my makeup game. I used to always use a brush, but then it was really popular to have powder puff, and they say it works better. But I find if I just use the puff straight away, my makeup tends to look a bit too cakey and a bit too dry under the eyes. But if I use my brush first, it really helps. If you haven't tried that, I'll give it a little go, and then write down in the comments if it's worked for you. The main thing I use my puff for is to make sure I've gotten every corner, but I do go on the side of the nose and then quickly under the eye. Next up, at this point, I usually like to do my eyebrows because I have none. I go in with the Benefit Goof Proof brow pencil in shade 3.5, and I just fill it in. But I do use the Precisely My Brow for the spoolie end because I find the other one a bit too harsh. Now I just use a fluffy brush, and I go in with my Jaclyn Hill palette, the volume 2, and I go in with Perfectionist. That's that shade right there. I tap off the excess, and then I just do windshield motions, swipe it, pack the color on. Usually at this point I'll stop here. I'll come back to the eyes later. But next, this is usually when I will do my bronzer. I'm using the Rare Beauty bronzer in Bright Side. It's mirrored over my face. That is a bit too low. I'm not gonna lie. Oops. But we'll try to fix it anyway. Got a problem. I can't look at bronzer without thinking cream bronzer looks like you've just smeared a whole bunch of shit on your face. That's all I see when I look at it. I'm sorry, but that's all I see. I do make sure I blend it into my hairline. Now let's try and fix some of it. Next, I go in with my powdered blush. I just use Revlon in shade Just Peachy. Where's my brush? I don't really mind if I go too heavy on the blush because I find blush is the first thing that disappears on my face. You know what I really wish they would do? I really wish Rare Beauty would come out with a stick version of the bronzer sticks as blush. That would be cool. Now that it looks like I've been sunburned, we're good to go. Really sunburned. Everything in my life is a mess. This video is going to be a pain in the ass to edit, just saying. Next up, I use my, what are you doing? My setting spray. Next up, I use my setting spray, but I do it a bit different. I don't spray it all over my face like this. I use my beauty blender. Get my beauty blender and I just spray the side of the back of it. Squeeze it. And then I'll dab it on my face. Okay, now I get my Rare Beauty blush. I have shade Mesmerized. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce it. That's what it looks like. And then I get two different brushes. First brush is this one, which is another Morphe and Jaclyn Hill collection. It's number 51. I dab a little bit, tap off the excess, and from the inner corner to the middle, I just pat and lightly swipe it in. And I get my fan brush and do my cheeks. People say that highlighter isn't in anymore, but you're not going to stop me from using highlighter. I love my highlighter. I tried to not do highlighter for the longest time. Not happening. Next up, I feel like doing some eyeliner today. And I cannot do eyeliner to save my life. I can't. I just can't do it. I cannot do it. But I do got this eyeliner from Maybelline called the Tattoo Liner. Obviously, I do need to sharpen it. But I get a pencil. I like the tinier one. I find that easier. And I just get some from the pencil like this. If you are like me and you have a lazy eye, you might like this tip and it might help you a lot. I'm doing the smallest of strokes. Then a little tip that I learned. Your bottom lash line, match it up and use it to create your wing with the top. Sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't, and they will not match on both sides, just say. Sometimes I don't do this all the time. Usually I just go on the lip balm and call it a day, but today I'm feeling fancy. So I'm going to use my Rare Beauty Lippy in Confident. I don't know the technical name of this one. I like to put a little bit on, then smear the rest of it with a finger, and then put gloss over the top, and I'm done. Final piece is mascara. So my blonde eyelashes have color. I'm just ridiculous. So this is the end of my video. It's very simple, it's a very natural looking makeup look.